There's my mic. Hello and welcome to Statistically Improbable Productions, aka my continued attempt to make tabletop games a tax write-off. I'm your honest GM, Jake Much. um, and I am here with my fellow players. Unfortunately, Sarah won't be joining us this session, but hopefully she'll be joining us next time. But today we are joined with a new player. James is joining us. Uh, Feel free to, uh, if you want to tell them who you're be playing today, you more than welcome to, or you can keep it a secret until your introduction if you want. That's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be playing Maxwell, and I think just because I'm coming in late to this, I'm just gonna wait till later on to introduce myself. Just have a more natural flow to it.
Sounds good. Okay. In that case, I don't think we have any actual announcements. So, um, in a brief recap, last time our players, um, found each on their own got word of multiple deaths that occurred at, a local science center. Um, uh, Wynn had followed, uh, uh, the names are not up here. Wind had followed Hell, down to the science center and where they ran into John. They made some interesting maneuvers to get into the building, having first tried to go in the front entrance, but that didn't play out fully successfully, so they managed to sneak in through a window. And after being in there for only a couple of minutes, managed to get almost immediately caught and were requested to leave. Um, and I'm pretty sure that's the majority of what happened last time. So, I think we shall switch to the. I did not fix the camera for the Roll20 overlay, so this is going to be a quick fix that I'll have to make. Um,
You've got this.
uh, I'll. So I spent some time to update the map from last time, so this will be a cool preview once I reveal it. But I'll just switch over here. Yeah, that's not where people are supposed to be.
Mine is right.
Yep. 1 out of 3, I think, is still a fail though. One player. Let's just get some. Ignore the man
Just slide it
behind
on
the.
over there.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
What is this magic, this sorcery?
uh, yeah. You all see nothing. That's good enough for now. um. Oh yeah, I also got to switch you to the actual map here. So, thanks to a new program, using Dungeon Fog, I was able to significantly update the actual building map, um, which I'll show you guys now.
Hey.
That should have updated on there. There it is.
Ooh,
That looks really
this
cool.
is fancy.
Yeah. We are not sponsored by Dungeon Fog, but I want to give them a huge shout out because their tool for map making is just incredible. So you guys were here at the top of the staircase, had just gotten yourselves caught, and were asked to leave. You were told that one of the researchers would be able to go down and talk to you outside of the facility, but there's currently an ongoing crime scene, so you are not allowed on the premises. You had stated that you had prior knowledge of a what was their name?
Oh,
Francis Ferreira.
Dr. Ferreira.
And you were told that they would meet you outside in a few moments. So, how would you guys wish to proceed from here?
I mean, I think that works for me. Meet them outside in a few moments.
Do you go out the front door or do you go out the way you came? Because there was a cop posted outside who did not see you enter.
Well, we've already been caught, so at that point it's moot if we go out the front door? Question mark. Is that where we're going to be meeting our person?
I think they would expect us to go out the front door.
Exactly.
Let's just go out the front door.
I don't want to give up our secret entrance in case we have to go back in later. So.
Okay. So, you three go back down the stairs, down the hallway to the front entrance, which is down there, around the giant robot that I use as a centerpiece for this science center. You exit the building and the cop who's posted out there sees you and turns to you and asks just like, wait, how did you get in there?
I'll just shrug and keep walking.
Yeah, I follow suit. I kind of roll my eyes at the guard as if he was oblivious to everything. Like one of those, like, really? He didn't see us go in?
I just don't know how a cop should actually react to this. Will, as I ponder this anomaly, that I was expecting just the casual whatever. as you guys exit the building, we will cut from that scene as we zoom out a little bit only across the street do we pan over and see walking down a Mr. Maxwell walking down the street. You notice two familiar faces exiting a science center. One of which is your co-worker. The other, a man you know as John. I don't feel like there'd be a last name given. Would there have been a last name given?
No, of course not.
Okay. Yeah. Just the man you know as John. Exiting a building with there's a few police cruisers out front and one person just posted outside. How do you react to this sight, or do you just keep going with your day?
I'm gonna walk up. So I see one. So just repeat what I see again. So I see them standing on the steps of this place with a couple of cops, and then another.
There's one cop posted outside. There's a few cop cars parked in front of the building as well.
Okay.
You at your day job, you probably hear local gossip a decent amount, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably would have heard, just maybe not specifics, but there was a bit of commotion you heard down this way of just unusual activity going on. So you just approach them, you say?
Yep. I can see John, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's good
So-
to reveal that now.
Yeah. So as soon as I see John, and then I see Wynn, I know something happened. So Max is gonna walk up to the first police officer.
Yeah?
Hey, can you tell me what's going on here?
I cannot get used to that. The police officer looks at you and says there's been there's an ongoing investigation here. The building is currently closed to the public.
Okay, so I'm guessing those three are being evacuated then?
Yeah, there's not supposed to be any civilians inside, and he kind of glares at you guys a little bit. Like, knowing he doesn't, he wants to, like, do something, but that would be admitting that he let you guys slip in on his watch.
Wynn's gonna just give like the tiniest little wave, seeing the situation go on, like a little like finger wave over at Max and the cop. Like-
It's at this point that Hell's you hear a little chime from Hell, and she looks pulls out a pager, and her eyes kind of widen a little bit, and she quickly writes something down on a piece of paper and hands it to you, Win, and says, would you be able to give this to Dr. Ferreira whenever she comes out? I have to go.
Yeah, yes. That's not a problem. I've got this.
Thank you. And she clicks her heels together and speeds off down the street.
And the cops just stare.
The cops kind of just keeping, or he's just kind of keeping watch and keeping an eye on you guys, making sure you don't go back into the building.
So Max is gonna readdress the copies he's already talking to.
Would you mind bringing them over to me? I kind of know them, so I'd like to take them back.
He's just like, they're not in his custody. He's just kind of keeping watch. They're you guys are, what are you guys doing exactly?
Waiting for Dr. Ferreira at this point.
So yeah, they're,
I think.
The cops.
And bothering the cop at this point. I'm really enjoying the fact that he's messed up on the fact we got him without his knowledge.
Yeah, so they're not actually in his custody, so he's no control over their actions. He's just kind of keeping an eye on everyone there and making sure no one actually enters.
Okay, so if that's the case, Max is gonna just walk up and join them, and I guess, do I know if they're trying to wait for something or not? And I feel like the appropriate thing would be for me to like usher them away from the scene right now, and ask them what's going on.
You're more than welcome to do that. They haven't given you any information. You just kind of walked up, but you can kind of wave them away, just step away from the actual, like, out of earshot of the cop.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. And what do you ask?
What the hell is going on?
Hey, Max. Who's at the coffee shop right now? If we're both here.
I mean, there's other employees there.
I'm asking the irrelevant questions right now.
Sandra's there right now.
What was that name?
Sandra.
Okay. Well, so I'm on this mission. I can't really talk about it, but what I can say is I have to wait for this person. And we ran into this buddy here, Hell and I. So it's been a day. I really don't even know how I got here, to be honest.
So you know this woman, Max?
Yeah, I kind of work with her at the coffee shop.
Is she trustworthy?
I think so. But next question, why are you here?
I'm investigating.
Because wherever you go, trouble seems to find you.
Yeah, funny that.
Trouble?
There's something going on here, Max, and I'm gonna figure it out.
Of course you are. All right. Yeah, when this is John, he's sort of my sponsor, we'll say.
Oh. Hi, John.
Hello again.
We've become fast friends as we tried to sneak into this building together.
Nothing brings you
You're welcome.
together faster than breaking and entering.
Literally, we're besties now.
Yeah, a good old-fashioned
I
D&D.
wouldn't go that far.
No, we're medium trustworthy acquaintances here. Yeah, I just have this calling right now, Max. I can't explain it, but you know me, I hate to interact with anyone on a good day. And now I'm here with you guys, and if you want to stay, we're just waiting for this doctor to show up to talk to us.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that sounds good. I was just heading back home anyways.
We want to know what's going on here. Seems like, I don't know, something happened at this museum place.
They're hiding something.
Yeah, and we want to figure it out.
It's after a minute or two that you guys see coming out to the door a I have the actual image here that I can get the description from. A female woman with kind of long curly hair exits the building. She's wearing a white lab coat. And she sees you guys and approaches you and says, "Hi, I'm Dr. Ferreira. Were you the ones who were asking to see me?"
How do we really know you're Dr. Ferreira?
I mean, she points down to her name tag that says Dr. Ferreira. Are you wanting more proof, or?
That'll do for now. Can you tell us about what's happening here?
She hesitates for a second. I'm not sure how much I can actually disclose.
We're trustworthy.
Yeah, but it's an ongoing investigation, so there was an incident early this morning, or that's at least when we discovered what had happened. But and there was an incident where I'm not exactly sure what occurred, but some of the scientists have tragically died.
Died? How did they die?
We're not sure what the cause exactly was, but they had severe chemical burns. My guess would be some sort of acid, but we're not sure on the exact details as of yet.
Okay, as a note, can Wynn use telepathy to read her thoughts to tell if she's telling the truth?
I mean, I can just tell if she's telling the truth or not.
Oh, you have that ability, yeah.
Most annoying ability in the game.
So, Speaking of, is she telling the truth?
As she talks, you get the sense that she is being honest. She's not sure exactly how much info is safe to give, but what she's saying is honest.
Right. So can I use telepathy to get more info from what she knows inside her brain? Because it says I can read people's thoughts. And it says I can investigate a mystery without like having to. So could I like investigate telepathy and read her thoughts to find out one of the questions?
Yeah, let me just quickly read the fine details on that. Just you can read people's thoughts and put words in their mind. You can also allow you to investigate a mystery or read a bad situation without needing to actually talk. Okay, so this would either be investigate a mystery or read a bad situation. I'd say
Right.
investigate a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then I'd have to do a roll plus sharp, and then that determines how many questions I get, correct?
yeah,
Okay. So if you don't mind, I'd like to do that.
go right ahead. Investigate a mystery.
Dun. I think that did it correctly.
Oh dang.
Oh, 12. Nice.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. So I get a hold 3. No, sorry, read the wrong one. I get a hold 2.
Yeah.
So I want to know for the questions that are listed, what is being concealed here? So like, can I know why they were attacked, I guess? Is the question. Like, does she have that info? Assuming chemical was an attacked thing, like.
So what's So which question exactly are you asking?
I was gonna put the what is being concealed here. Because I wanted to know like why the museum was the target.
Okay. So what is being concealed here? As she's like, you see, as John like asks the questions, you kind of like try to. What's it like as you delve into people's minds?
Yeah. So what happens is Wynn's gonna kind of like be interacting with the conversation, like seeming like she's engaging, but she's actually kind of zoning off, and she's kind of reaching. It's kind of like she can kind of like just like with her mind, she can kind of just like picture the inside of Dr. Ferrera's mind. And then that kind of opens up these little like thought bubbles of sorts of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like communications, like different things that she's saying in her head. And I'm kind of like just like reach. So what happens is I almost like zone out and I just kind of like reach for it. So it's almost like a little mini journey my brain takes.
Yeah.
But
so
to the normal person, they don't notice anything.
Yeah, so your mind reaches out and you almost see yourself standing next to her ear next to her head as you can hear more than than most people, and you hear the workings inside her head as she says just it was acidic burns, but also some singed parts from electrical burns. We don't know what could have caused that. It might have to do with the research being done in the secure zone.
Well,
but I don't know what would have caused that. It doesn't make sense. The injuries don't make sense with where the bodies were found. And that's what you get with what's being concealed here.
Okay.
What's your next question?
Where did it go? Is there any trail that they found thus far?
With where did it go?
If that one doesn't work, I could always ask a different one.
So I can give you something with that. With if you were wanting to go with that one, because I can give you something.
Okay.
As you try to delve into her mind, trying to find the possible location of what could have caused it, because that what she last thought triggers something, just like the location of where they were found doesn't make sense. So you dive looking for a location or something along those lines, and you catch the thought, the samples have gone missing. We don't know where they could have gone. But they're likely somewhere in the center. So that's what you get with that as your connection starts to falter and you get shunted back into your out of your daze and kind of give just like a little shake of the head.
Yeah.
And back into the conversation that's currently taking place. She looks at you guys and is like, "Is there anything that I can help you with?"
Look, Doctor. Okay. I have a hunch that you know a bit more than you're letting on, and that's okay. I understand you're trying to, protect your company, your coworkers, all that. But what's going on here is clearly a danger to you and your coworkers. And it's in your best interest for this to get resolved as quickly and as cleanly as possible.
Yeah, that's why the cops are here.
We're not with the cops, but
Who are you?
The cops are useless. We're not with the company either. Nothing would get traced back to you. We're here trying to solve this situation for our own reasons.
Yeah.
And I think it's all of our best interests that we work together. And I'm going to try to manipulate her into buying that.
Ooh.
Manipulate someone.
Okay. So this is your move where you use your basically fast talking them into working with you.
I got a success.
That has not appeared for me yet. Six. Okay, so that's a full success.
Mm-hmm.
For manipulate someone. And let me just find that again.
They do it for the reason you gave them, or if you ask too much, they'll tell you what it would take for them to do it.
And you're just asking to work together?
For her to be honest with us, to really tell us what she knows.
She like looks back at the cop, who's still like keeping an eye on you guys, but is keeping his distance, not really wanting to get involved with you guys at all. She looks back at the cop, then looks back at you guys, and it's like, okay, I don't know what's going on here exactly, but we gotten a just trying to think, because you guys have provided her with nothing.
For like why?
Yeah.
Isn't because enough of an answer?
The cops don't really care about solving this. They'll go in, they'll do their little report, they'll write some stuff down, then they'll go back to their police station, file it away in a folder somewhere, and never touch it again. Okay, we actually will try to solve this.
And I don't know if this helps, but I have a mutual connection with you, and I have this note I'm supposed to give you. And I'm gonna like hand the piece of paper that Hell handed me to give to Dr. Ferreira.
She looks at the note, she nods and puts it in her pocket, and she's like, okay, if that's the case, then look, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I feel like it has am I missing something?
You may need to fix that, Jake.
What?
When you went to
I
go
think
check
it's
my
fixed, but for a
message.
second, you switched something and our overlays got all messy.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I guess I can't look at anything on Discord.
Nope.
Okay. Noted. I'll keep an eye on
Can you make
that.
my icon come back?
Yeah, that was just on the other screen that it was visible. Yeah. Where was I? We're on the rails. We're on track. Yeah, she's like, third time saying it. I don't know what's going on, but they were doing some classified tests in our isolated lab. I wasn't even allowed access to the research that was being done, but I had just walked through the lab the as stuff was happening, because I was trying to figure what might have happened, and there was one of the containers was broken, and whatever was being researched there has gone missing. I don't know what it was, but I feel like there's something roaming around the science center. I don't know what you guys are able to do about it, but if you can help in any way, I'd be very grateful.
Are you able to get us inside?
What he said.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks for a second. It's like there'd be a lot of suspicion right now, but I think the cops will soon be wrapping up their initial investigation soon, and will be leaving to work on their findings. So if you come back in a little bit, once the cops have cleared out, I should be able to get you in.
Thank you.
We can do that.
Okay. I'll make sure that we are discreet. Did I make another entrance point? I'm just looking to see if there wasn't be another entrance point, or where the best one would be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that. So she's gonna look at you and say, meet me around. There's an entrance at the back. It's normally there's no way to open it from the outside, but if you meet me there in a couple hours, then I'll be able to open it for you guys.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll be
We'll
there.
Okay. She then nods to you guys and walks back inside. She seems very concerned about everything that's been going on. And you've managed to convince her not to trust the police.
Sounds about right.
Our work here is done.
Yeah. Wynn really wants a chance to debrief with John and Max about what she heard telepathically, whichever. Oh.
I remembered music.
Oh, I was wondering where that was.
I forgot.
It's okay. It's been a nice mood.
Yeah.
But Wynn's gonna kind of point at the two people that are with her and be like, guys, I have something I need to talk to you about. Shall we find somewhere we can debrief before we meet back?
Sure.
We need some privacy for this one.
Yeah.
Is there like a spot on the property that like would be less conspicuous, but like still be able to meet when we're supposed to?
I mean, you guys have places that aren't that far away. You could either just keep around this area or go back to one of your known locations.
Yeah, we have a couple hours, right? So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll switch it over to. Ooh, that cut the music. There we go. That doesn't update immediately. Yeah, there we go. So you guys have a few hours. I'm going to get rid of L and drop in Max. Actually, I'm just gonna drop everyone in separately because you have. Oh Jesus! Why are the icon sizes so drastically different?
You're giant, John.
Oop.
I'm a big guy.
Of course, none of you would be the same size. But yeah. So, you have the known locations of the coffee shop, or you could go to the Haven, but I'm not sure if John wants to share his Haven just yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Or you can just simply wait around the corner of the building for a while.
Actually, I don't have a Haven.
Oh, I thought you chose Haven.
It's something I can get later as an improvement, but it's not something I stand by.
Okay. My bad. I didn't say anything.
I'm sure I have like a house or something, but
Yeah.
it's not a Haven.
Well, we should probably head to the coffee shop. That kind of is
Yeah.
a spot we can go and re-up and get some caffeine, and I can like, tell you guys what I have to say. So
So you guys converse back to the coffee shop, which is around here area. You wave to your fellow co-workers. Probably just one or two people on right now, I would imagine.
Well, we know one of them is Sandra.
yeah,
Right.
we like wave at them and like expect free coffee to be made as we walk in.
You guys just have usual orders that you expect.
Yeah.
Does John have a usual order?
Black and brewed with bottled water, not tap water.
You don't trust the taps.
Of course not.
It's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you get your table, you get your coffee orders. And what would you like to discuss?
I should have read the note before I handed it to Dr. Ferreira.
Possibly.
Hindsight, I tell you. Hindsight. I have no clue what that said.
But it did help her trust you.
Thanks, Hal. So Wynn's gonna kind of like sit down. She's gonna be holding like a cup with like a matcha green tea thing that like looks grosser than it tastes. And she's gonna like turn to Max and John and be like, so guys, I totally probed that girl's mind. And I want to just keep in mind for context, this is the first that you guys have even heard of the fact I'm like psychic or anything like that. John,
Yeah,
you saw like a little bit of that before, but this is like Max, the whole time we've worked together, I've never divulged any like ghosty or spooky vibes, you know?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
just
like,
comes
my
out.
eyes narrow.
Yeah, you just come out and be blatantly just like, I'm psychic, by the way.
Well, I didn't say it in those exact words. I said, so guys, I probed her mind.
How do you think
Would
guys
you-
react
would you
to
like-
that?
Would you like
What
to
do you
know
mean,
more?
probed her mind?
Max, we've been working together for a long time, and I feel like I can finally trust you. And John, I feel like you're just as paranoid as I am, so we're gonna get along great. When we were talking to Dr. Ferrer there, I as you were asking questions, John, I kind of have this ability where I can like see what she's actually thinking. And she said that there's a lot of shit going down there that we should probably talk about before we go back into the science center there. So, such as they said samples have gone missing, and that there is like,
I should correct that she would have used the term specimens.
sorry, the specimens have gone missing, whatever the specimens would be, and that there's acidic burns, but also electrical burns. So, and the location of where the bodies were was like not made sense to where the injuries were. So, like something's going on. It's really weird. So yeah.
Okay. First of all, what am I thinking right now? Prove it.
Okay. So let me use my my ability.
Investigate a mystery.
Yeah. So
Because
we're
it
gonna
could
do
backfire.
this. I know. Investigate a mystery. So let me do it.
Wow.
I'm so good.
Oh wow. No pun intended, but you're on a roll today.
I am. Thank you.
Don't worry, it's all
so-
gonna come crashing down whenever it truly matters.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
You nail the joke rolls. But when it's life or death, that's when it's...
Oh, this is no joke.
No, this isn't a joke. This is a true moment of if John is gonna trust me or not.
So,
So,
what is John
I don't know how
thinking?
this is gonna work, but my investigate's gonna be what is he thinking?
Okay, tell me what I'm thinking.
I need to know.
Yeah,
Can you
have to
can you
divulge.
DM me?
Oh, make up whatever you want, and then that'll be what John was thinking.
Okay, deal. So, Wynn's gonna kind of like sit there for a second and stare into his eyes, almost piercing his soul. It's gonna make him feel quite uncomfortable. She almost looks like, because her like hair kind of like falls forward in her face, and she kind of is doing this like dark stare as she stares out into space and probes his mind. And she reaches in and she sees that John is thinking about the fact that he would really appreciate if he didn't have to have like all these extra people involved in this investigation. He feels like he's just like gotten himself into this group party, and he's really wishing he had a cronut right now, but the bakery was out of cronuts. Oh. Yeah. And then you also threw in the random number 4 for funsies just to try to mess with me, because then if I didn't say 4, you'd be like, you're not reading my mind. And when like says it like very matter of factly.
John's quiet for a moment.
I think Max is just gonna start laughing and and say,
Yeah, I believe her.
John, it's the cronuts.
Completely sounds like you.
Yeah, the wanting to be alone was pretty guessable, but Donuts in the 4 kind of proves it.
He loves his cronuts.
Okay, well, that's concerning, but I'll take you at your word.
File that away for later.
Okay, so back to the matter at hand then. She says specimens are missing, huh?
Yeah, she didn't say what exactly, but
Mm. Did she say whether they think the perpetrator has escaped or not?
they said that they don't. What I got from her mind was that they don't know where they could have gone, but they're still in the center somewhere, is very likely. So they haven't gotten far. So I feel like time is of the essence here for whatever we're looking for.
Well, I think it's a little strange that there's some sort of murderous specimen loose in their facility, and they don't seem to have a problem being in that facility. So,
Do you think that they're the bad guys?
I didn't get the sense that she was lying to us, but I mean, it's hard to be the organization creating murderous chemical specimens and not being a little evil. So, okay, so they must be pretty confident that it's not going to just randomly start killing even more people. And also, they don't think it's left. But, like,
Yeah.
So either it's very good at hiding, or it's, like, hiding in plain sight somehow.
So, John, tell me, what makes you want to investigate this? Why are you here?
That's a good question, and I forget.
you as of the recap, I didn't mention it, but you had heard about, you'd been investigating this center for a while now. And you heard on a police scanners that there was some deaths there, so that's kind of what initiated your spark to delve deeper, because this place has been on your radar, but this is the first time something's truly come up with them.
Yes,
and to your own words,
I recall the information.
And to your words exactly, they've already gotten 3. They clearly know you're onto them, so therefore you're next. Your exact words.
I've got to defeat this thing before it. So, what do we want to do here?
All I know is that I'm being called to helping out with this for some reason, and I wish I could ignore it, but they're not letting me, so. I guess I have to come along and figure this out. Whatever's going on in that center, I need to deal with it. Max, do you want to be my sidekick for this, since we're coworkers? Or better yet, you could just lead the way.
So you want the guy that knows nothing what's going on to lead the charge? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got nothing better to do on a Friday night.
Cool. It's a good team building exercise. We'll be better coworkers out of this. We'll swindle more tips.
I can't say I have any idea what you're talking about.
So there's some sort of crime going on is really what's happened here. And I was just following Hel. You know Hel. She's like the little like kid in with the glasses and stuff.
Yeah, you've probably seen her come in fairly frequently, Max, but it's up to you how much you actually know her.
Are you talking about like that really annoying small one? Looks about 10
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, the one that like
Yeah.
orders the triple espresso and we only put 2 shots in, sometimes only 1, depending on her hyper level.
Yeah. She's your problem.
You're not wrong. So because she's my problem, I was following her towards the science center, and that's when I got this calling, which I can't really explain to you guys, but what I can say is that, and that's where we ran into John here. What I can say is whatever's going on where that police scene is and the investigation, there's just something pulling me there. I need to help out with it. So we don't know much more than that. We know some people got hurt. We know something's missing. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Sweet. I'm glad I didn't have to manipulate you.
Is that a threat?
It's a suggestion.
Yeah, that's not a threat.
Or better yet, use my telepathy. Now that was a threat.
Okay. As you guys sit here and discuss your course of action, a few hours pass, and do you reach about the time that you're supposed to meet up with the Dr. Ferreira? And I suppose I'm going to take a guess and say that's where you guys head off to?
Yeah.
Unless there's any other prep that you guys would like to do prior.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Then I can switch the map back over.
Oh, wait. Just thought of something.
Oh?
So, the people were killed by acid mostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could we get like a bunch of like baking soda or something, like a base to
Good idea.
counteract some acid, just in case.
Yeah. That is easy enough to pick up. Either go to a store and pick it up, or might be some at the coffee shop that you could swipe.
I'd like to fashion some body armor out of baking soda.
Just get packs of baking soda.
That was a joke. Don't do that.
Just like blood
It
packs.
sounded very much
That
like your
sounds like something he
character.
would do.
Yeah.
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 Just
I was
like-
waiting for it.
Almost like blood packs, but of baking soda instead of fake blood.
Yeah.
If that's something you want to do, you can. But yeah, you can easily pick up some baking soda.
Yeah.
Do you think baking soda could be an idea to shove in our bags, though?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you guys. I need to delete hell off of there. You guys make your way over to the back of the building. I will throw John on the board as not John. Max is who I wanted to grab. And I'll switch over to the 20. Hey. There we go. So, you guys find your way over to the back of the building. And you kind of knock on the door. And I'm trying to find the icons I have here. I'm just saying there's a door there. Does that appear? Do you guys see the pings that I make?
I'm not seeing them.
Nope.
Why do my pings not appear?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there it is.
That
Oh,
That one was
that
me.
was wind.
Yeah, I was just testing it.
Why do my pings not appear? Well, this is something I'll have to figure out another time. But yeah, right. I'll say there's a door there. I forgot to put one in.
Here?
Yeah,
Okay.
and Dr. Ferreira lets you guys enter. She is on me. No, there is Dr. Ferreira. And she kind of like holds the door open, looks around to make sure there's nobody else around, and then she ushers you guys in.
I enter.
You guys
Mhm.
should have control over your characters now. Yeah. So, as you enter, I'm going to get rid of her name tag because it is obnoxiously big. She looks around at you guys. She says, I don't know the extent of what's going on here, but if you guys can figure it out, I'd be grateful. I've lost some of my colleagues and it doesn't seem safe here anymore. If you guys need to know anything, I'll be glad to help.
Oh, we need to get to the crime scene, so to speak.
Yeah. Can you take us there?
She nods and she's like, yeah, I can do that. Just let me clear up some of some things. Sorry, just have to arrange some things here. Okay. So she says, there's still one other. Most the cops have disbanded these, but Dr. Morrison is still up in her office. So I don't know if we'll be able to get into the restricted lab while she's around there, but we might be able to get around if she goes somewhere else.
Okay.
So then
Is she the only one up there?
as far as I know, she's the only one still here right now. And she then ushers you guys up to the stairs. As you walk by, you see different science displays going down both hallways. Your general, some interesting, most kind of gimmicky and tacky displays of just science interest. But she brings you all up to the second floor here, which you guys have entered before, or kind of just got a brief look into the hallway of. And she'll guide you down the hall here. And you see the door says lab on it, and let me just I will let you view it here in just 1 second. Reveal areas tool. As you guys enter, you see this.
Oh, snap.
Oops. She says, I'll keep an eye out, and let you guys know if anyone, comes down. Try to be quick if you can. And she steps outside the door, and keeps an eye out for anyone. What would you guys like to do?
Well, what are we looking at in here?
I'll also just, you guys would have also seen as you walked through the hall, just, oop, that was the wrong tool. Reveal area tool. There we go. You guys also would have seen that. Just so you get an idea. So yeah, as you walk into this lab space, you see 3 different computers line the far wall on the left-hand side, as well as a large printer on the far left wall, some filing cabinets along the south wall, as well as a writing desk on the left side of the south wall. On the right side, you see along the south wall, there is a burner with a sink, multiple burners with a sink next to it. There's what looks to be dissection tools as well as a dissection table. On the north wall, there's a looks like a chemistry setup with another sink attachment on it. And on the far right wall, there's looks like a furnace of some sort, and some chalk lines depicting where the 3 bodies were found. So, how would you guys like to proceed in this area?
Can I just investigate a mystery?
Yeah. Roll to investigate.
All of us?
How about you guys say what exactly you'll be looking at, and then we'll do the investigate rolls in case you guys want to look at different things. So, which would you like to, what would you like to investigate? Exactly. Just which area?
So I think one of us could do the computers, one of us could do the chemistry equipment, and one of us could do where the bodies were found.
So Max isn't techie, so he's not going to do that.
Wynn can look into the computer area. She doesn't like it, but she can investigate that stuff.
I can do the chemistry if you want to look at the bodies, Max. Or, where they were found.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Guess I can. Failure.
Okay.
You get experience.
Yep.
Yeah, mark experience. Let me just pull up what happens with a failure for investigating a mystery.
I don't think anything happens.
On a miss, you reveal some information to the monster or whoever you are talking to. Okay.
Like your own info?
So, I'd say on this, as you're looking over the vials and stuff on the counter area, you're looking through the vials and trying to ascertain what sort of chemicals are here, and you knock over a vial onto the floor and it shatters. You're kind of startled a little bit. Not sure if that was able to be heard from another room or anything, but you did make a little bit of noise there. Which you What you do notice though is the bottle that shatters doesn't seem to have any reaction on the floor at all. It just seems to pool up.
What does the liquid look like?
What you knocked over would have been a fairly actually relatively clear liquid that wasn't very viscous, kind of just pooled out. Doesn't seem to have any reaction.
It's water.
Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay. Investigate a mystery.
Is this sharp? What do I pick?
Just click the dice next to investigate a mystery.
Yeah, you can actually click on the basic moves themselves. Unless you have a move from your playbook that lets you investigate a mystery.
Why can't I see any of this?
It's on your character sheet.
It's up kind of near the top under Hunter Moves reference.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Yeah. You got it there.
There you go.
Mixed success.
Good job.
Let's just bring that back up. I should have just kept this up. Okay. So, on a 7 to 9, hold 1. Which means you get to ask one of the listed questions under Investigate a Mystery. So, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
Okay, what would be the best question?
I will also remind you that one of the things that Wynn picked up is that how did I word it? I had told Wynn that there was no sign of the acidic burns around where the bodies were found. I mentioned that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. And you can also notice that as you're looking around with this investigation, that you heard that the bodies were both burnt and from both what seemed to be singed burns as well as acidic burns, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence of either in this area.
Okay.
When we say singed, you meant electrical burns, right?
Yeah.
If I don't see that, and I know what was just told to me, I guess I'm gonna look at this little tank thing because I can see like an open grill. So I'm gonna go with what is being concealed here.
Okay.
I guess not, because like just from my own general knowledge, and from what's being told, I feel like this is something that's like amorphous, so like a slime.
So, for what is being concealed here, as you're looking around, you notice that there's no burns or anything around where the people were laid out. There's also no splatterings of blood anywhere, which, aside from like where you suspect the bodies were laid out, you do notice around the door, though, as you're looking around and seeing stuff, it's actually cleaner than the rest of the floor. Like
Like here.
Yeah. It's like it was cleaned up specifically.
Like something trying to cover its tracks.
Okay. Then I guess I'm going to move over to the door then. Take a closer look.
Okay. I'd say there's a pane window on the door, because why not? And go back to the reveal area. Yeah, you can see that. As you look through the door, there's two more doors on the far wall that lead to another room, and you see a basic water cooler, just a simple water cooler for staff on the far right wall. And you do notice again, like similar to the area around the door, there seems to be cleaner spots on the floor outside here too, now that you know to look for it. As opposed to like the hallway. Can you guys see these pings?
Yep.
Okay. They're showing up now for some reason. So, cleaner leading to the doors here than it is to the hallway.
Okay.
So, if you're going off the suspicion of covering tracks, then that seems to be where the tracks were led from.
Am I able to tell, like, so the edge of like where the clean part is and where the dirty part is? Am I able to tell like which direction it's going in? So just so I can figure out what direction it went, if it came in this way, or if I'm actually following, going back to where it went. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it seems like it looks like the width of a human body is the clean area.
Okay.
So if you were
And there's no gaps or anything, it's just like one streak, right?
it's kind of like a scrubbed area.
Okay.
So if you might take the assumption of like the With the prior knowledge that you've been given, it could be assumed that the bodies had been dragged.
Oh.
To where
Okay.
they were found.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm going to...
And someone tried to cover up the trail,
Okay.
which in a science lab, bleach would be easy enough to come across.
Check. Okay, well, I'm going to take that information and go back.
Win. That was a decent observation. On to Win.
Okay. So Wynn is over at the computers, kind of like searching that area. What she's going to do is she's going to use, she has an ability called the Sight, which allows you to, you may communicate with the spirits you see, and they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery. So Wynn's going to kind of look around and look for a ghostly figure in the room as she investigates a mystery.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to roll first to see the outcome?
Yeah, we'll roll first to see as you kind of open your mind and try to see past the veil. Success.
And I have a beautiful success. So she's kind of like just like searching to see if there's any spirits in the room that are kind of trying to catch her attention. Anything that maybe isn't seen by the naked eye that the spirits had witnessed or could tell me what happened and where did it go. So I get 2 questions. So those are my 2 questions.
Okay, sorry. What were the 2 questions exactly?
Actually, what sort of creature is it and where did it go?
Okay. So, with that, you open your mind to peer beyond the veil. Your eyes kind of cloud over as you look around, and you see kind of floating around the doorway just this amorphous form, kind of resembling a human, but it's very faded and just sort of like a floating specter of energy. And it says, how do you ask the question exactly?
I don't know any of the information yet that my colleagues have found, correct?
Not really. Aside from what you've already known.
Okay. Who was it that killed these people? Is my first question.
The spirit waves back and forth, and she's like, "It wasn't a who. It was a what. It was a creature not from around here. It was the worm." Worms.
Thank you. Did you say worm?
Worms.
Ooh,
Worms.
fun.
Plural. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for sharing that with me. Now I need to know, where did it go?
Let me just. It waves back and forth, and it says, they've spread out, looking for dry places to nest. They one is in a close room. You're on the right path. Another resides in the lower floor. Attracted to the lights. Another lies where the knowledge is kept. And as it makes these last statements, it sort of just fades away. And you lose your connection to the spirit.
Okay, I'm going to take a second to like kind of like do this mini like ritual-esque thing where I thank the spirit for interacting with me. So Wynn's gonna just be like, thank you, kind spirit, for using your energy to give us that information. You should move on from this plane. And then she's gonna like walk towards to go and like connect with everyone and tell them what was said. Boom.
Boom.
Hi guys. How was your investigations? Avoiding the spilled whatever's on the ground that got knocked over.
Yeah, don't touch that. We don't know what it is. I think Max.
So I've learned some stuff, but Max, you first.
The bodies that were in here were dragged here and then cleaned up. There's a clean trail leading to one of the rooms down below.
I've learned that we're dealing with worms here. I don't know what, but they've spread out. They're in various locations. One spot is nearby. The other spot is in the lower area, attracted to lights. And the last lies in where the knowledge is kept, whatever that means. But I think that if we want to find out who did this or what did this, we need to kind of like look for these worms.
Once we get out of here, we should pop by the drugstore and get some cream.
Probably. That could be parasitic.
As you guys discuss this, Dr. Fura opens the door, a crack, and says, Dr. Morrison is walking down. I'll keep her busy here for a second. If you need to go through, try and get through the other door.
That works for us. We're going through that door anyway. So.
But as she says that, you hear her talking to somebody else, outside, the door. You don't know how long they'll be talking for. Where do you guys, move to?
I'm gonna say quickly and quietly through the door down to this area.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. You're trying to go unseen, so I'd say this would be an act under pressure. I feel like this would be from everyone who's trying to go by unseen. So can I get that roll from everybody? Oh boy.
1 second, sorry. We're doing act under pressure.
Yes.
Yep. Well, I mark experience.
Yet you mark experience.
Has Wynn even failed anything or even gotten a mixed success? Or has it just been succeeding on everything?
I think she's got a mixed success that didn't really have consequences. It was just you don't get as much information.
Yeah,
But
I'm
they
pretty
don't call her
lucky.
lose.
Well, the spirits must
That is
love
true. My name is Wynn. I like that.
you.
That was good.
Okay.
I'm pretty lucky.
So Max and John.
I feel like what happened with us is we both tried to go through the door at the same time.
I'm just gonna like sneak through. There we go. Cheers, y'all.
You both get through. But you do. You guys both sneak through, but you do. The door kind of has a spring to it that you weren't expecting, and it kind of slaps back, in the face of John. I will remind you, you can take the help out action if you want to risk exposing yourself to danger. Since he rolled a 6.
I'm only one away from a mixed success.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that something I can do? It's called what?
One of you can take the help out action. It risks
Right.
exposing yourself to danger, but can give him a +1, which will bring him to a mixed success.
Okay. Let's do it. Why not?
That is not what you want to happen.
So you didn't help me, and you just exposed yourself as well.
So, Win, you're
Well,
fine.
I okay. What I can probably do
So
actually is wait. Um, I am going to use my luck and change that to a 12.
oh boy. Our first use, I will just remind you. You are free to do this if you want, but I will remind you, the luck does not replenish
Yeah.
throughout the entire campaign.
Okay.
The only time you can get luck back is once you level up enough, you can choose to get 1 luck back.
Yeah, and that's considered an advanced improvement.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can use your luck if you want to. I won't discourage you from it. I just want you to be aware that the luck is a very limited resource.
Okay.
So that in mind, you still want to go through with it?
I'm gonna save it. So we're both exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to discourage you from using it because it is something that's meant to be used. I just want to make sure you're aware of it's a finite resource.
Okay. And I'm gonna save it for a more pressing time. Because I have one more trick up my sleeve if something happens.
Okay. So, when you got through the door first, so you were clear and fine. Max, you came out after and were, fairly stealthy yourself, but then you noticed that the door snapped back. You tried to catch it,
And my fingers got stuck.
but you missed. You didn't quite catch it, and it smacks John in the face, who, what noise does John make as he gets slapped in the face by a door? But as soon as that happens, Dr. Morrison turns and says, "What was that?" Let me just bring this up here. She walks over and sees both Max and John there. In front of the door, and says, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
Okay, so hopefully this is my time to shine. I am...
Approach you.
Okay.
What's your plan here?
My plan is I'm going to go up and meet her.
Okay.
Yep, and I am going to... and now it's time for my special ability. I have mental dominion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, as long as I can make eye contact with her, where is it? Mental dominion. And I get to use weird for this. I think.
Yeah, so you should be able to use plus weird for, if I bring up your thing here. When you
Oh,
gaze into
no,
the eyes.
no, I don't have a natural appeal. I have to use charm on this.
Okay, so you roll plus charm, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So that is a
Success.
yeah. So that means I have three holds over her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regular people will follow your order.
Yep.
Choose to follow the order or not. If they do, they might make experience.
That's if I use it on a hunter, but on a regular person, whenever I say they have to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Use that to your advantage.
Yep, and I have 3 shots at it.
Yeah, this is like such a broken ability when
Yeah.
you're dealing with people. It is so dumb. I love it. You guys are choosing all the broken abilities, and I love it.
Mhm.
And hate it. But I love it.
Alright, so I'm going to go.
Yeah, so you have essentially 3 commands that you can give her.
Mm-hmm.
So
You are going to forget you saw us. And you're going to go back into your office. And stay there. For the rest of the night.
Cheeky, I like it.
Now, the only way this could backfire is if where we're going to is her office.
No, what's she gonna do? She's staying in her office then.
Yeah, but... Actually, can I change that? Is it too late?
I'll let you adjust it quickly.
Could just tell her to go home.
You're going to go back to where you were. Oh yeah, wait.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. No, it's got to stay in the same line as what I was doing.
You were going to go back into the room where you were and stay there for the rest of the night.
While also still forgetting she saw us.
So, okay, let me just put all this together exactly. You have 3 commands.
Yep.
So the first one is...
She is to forget she saw us.
Okay, forget she saw you.
Yep. Second is telling her to go back to where she came from.
Back to where she
Like the
came
room that she came... So like whatever room she was in before, I wanted to go back to that room. And then third command is she has to stay there for the rest of the night.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting, good for us, I hope.
See how she would interpret that is back to where she was before coming to talk to Ferreira. So she like what's this look like as you impose your will onto someone else?
My eyes start to shimmer a red color.
Your eyes shimmer, and then you see that shimmer reflected in her own eyes as her, like, she had a very, like, she was very angry that, like, there was random people around, that she wasn't aware of. But then the tension and that anger slumps as her eyes reflect yours, and she's like, I'll forget I saw you. I will go back to where I came from and stay there the rest of the night. She does walk by you this way, though.
Oh.
And she's taking the shortest path to get where she came from. Walks by you. She will see Win on her way by.
No, she won't.
Okay, actually, yeah. So as all this was happening, I will let you. What were you doing, Win?
Well, as this is all happening.
Yeah, I'll let you have a moment. This is happening very quickly, so you don't have. You have limited time to do something.
Okay. Let me just look for 1 second here.
So let me
Hide
know what
behind the
you
water
want to
cooler.
do, and we'll figure out how much you can get done.
Sorry, just 1 quick second.
Coffee is
Just
strong
seeing if
when
there's
you let it
anything.
brew for over an hour.
Yeah, it is.
Whew.
So, I have the hunches ability, and I'm just curious if it would work in this situation. Because it says
Right.
you knew where you need to go just in time. You get there late in time to intervene but not prevent and miss. Would there be something to do with hunches where it's like, I know she's going to see me, so then I can duck and hide in time or something? Would that work?
Let me just quickly.
I think it would because, like,
I feel like
I told her to go to the room,
something
like,
that
she
is
came from.
happening, or just about to happen
Yeah.
somewhere that you aren't.
So, like, I know it's bending it a little bit because this is happening within the same room, but, like, we're heading in a direction, so could I use the hunch to, like, avoid being seen by getting there sooner? Does that make sense? Then if not, the only other thing I could say is I could try manipulating her to not see me. If that's easier.
So here's what I'll say. You would recall if you heard what was just said, you would recall that. I'll let you say that you would recall that Ferreira had stated earlier that Dr. Morrison was in her office before.
Mm-hmm.
So I would allow you to get the hunch and to that you won't have another chance now to get into her office to stoke it out.
So if I use my hunch, I can get to the office in time before she gets there?
Potentially, yes.
Well, I guess I'll do that then. Just hope that the rolls are in my favor.
So let's see how you're.
Oh, there it is.
there's the failure we wanted. There's the dice.
Okay, so let me bring up hunches again, and see, just to remind myself. Yeah,
Myself.
I'm committing to it. On a miss,
Yeah.
there is just time to be in trouble yourself.
So I get caught.
Okay. Here's what's going to happen. When you hear this going on, and you know that you won't get another chance to check out that specific office. You don't know what exactly, what significance it might hold, but you know that if there's a chance that it has any information, you won't get another shot. You haven't been seen. You hear whispering in your head, incoherent whispering, just you don't quite get the words, but you get the feeling that you know which direction the office is in.
Okay.
And you make a break for it. Give me 1 second here, because this is causing a lot of shit to happen. You run through the door. The first door.
Which door? This one?
Yeah, the south door. Into this area. You know you gotta keep driving forward. No, straight down, actually. But
Well, I went the wrong way there.
let me. As you. This is a sliding door in front of you. As you press the button on the pad to open the door, you hear a noise from beside you.
Oh.
You weren't paying attention as this drive was just pushing you forward. Since you're facing the door, it would be on your left, but on this map, the noise is coming from the east.
So the barrels?
Yeah.
Okay.
From inside the barrels, you hear this hiss sound. As you go to dash through the door, you catch out a glimpse of your eye. This, let me pull up the description here. It's, a bright, red, moist intestinal-looking worm. You just catch a glimpse of it as it seems to only be 5 centimeters thick, but like, you don't know, maybe up to 50 centimeters long. And it sprays a blast of smoking liquid at you.
I don't like that. This doesn't work with their hair today, okay?
I will let you make an act under pressure roll.
Okay.
To avoid this.
Okay.
And I'll actually show you.
Mongolian death worm.
Whoops, that wasn't supposed to be visible.
It doesn't sound great. I don't like that.
No, it doesn't.
Do you want me to do my roll?
Yeah. Okay. So, Actually, it wouldn't have been the venom. It would have been the other ability. Scratch that. It's not the acid that's going towards you. It's an electrical current generated from between its mouth.
Cool.
Aims towards you on a mixed success. Worst outcome, price to pay.
Am I allowed to do a counter move with this, or am I like screwed at this point?
So, you basically what happens here, the door's open, and because you get a mixed success, you get hit by the lightning as you get hit by the electrical charge, but as you feel your muscles starting to tense up, you are able to get through the door and close it.
What?
You do take 3 harm
Ouch.
as this shocks you.
That's not good.
And you're able to get through the door and close it.
Okay.
But for a moment, your muscles are seized. You feel like you will be able to move again in a second. Right now we'll cut from there back to John and Max. John, you wouldn't have gotten a full view of what just occurred, but you would have noticed a flash of something, and when dive through the door, actually kind of like fall through the door as it closes behind her.
Very odd.
As Dr. Morrison is walking her way around the corner.
So these doors kind of like have windows in them, then, or?
These doors, the white doors, are just regular swinging doors. They have a kind of like an auto, like a spring on them to make them close back up. But the one that she dove through was an actual sliding door.
Okay. Well,
And this...
guess I'll sort of go up against the door, and I'll if I can, I'd like to prepare a handful of baking soda.
Okay. Dr. Morrison is still slowly making her way down.
Yeah.
Max, what are you doing at this moment?
I think Max is just surprised that after giving his orders and everything, she still walked the way he didn't want him to her to go.
Well, she's taking the shortest path back to where she came from.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that though. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Max is just gonna deflately turn around and just walk back, and just walk up to just up to the door because he knows that Dr. Morrison isn't going to do anything. So. I feel like even though it succeeded, it didn't succeed in the way that he wants. So I feel like he needs to act under pressure for something, like the pure drive thing.
Your anger. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this. You gave your commands, but didn't give the outcome you were expecting, and. What's it like as you feel your rage in being induced?
I think it's gonna be Max's hair starts to smoke. Almost as if his anger is starting to like give way to his glamour.
Yeah, so you feel your anger.
Oh, I need to do a
increasing.
roll then, right?
Let me see what your.
Yeah, because it says I need to act under pressure to resist.
Yeah, so you feel your anger boiling as like this person's not doing what you wanted.
It did, but it didn't work in the way that he wanted. So.
Yeah. So roll to act under pressure.
That's what's cool, right?
Under the basic moves, there's one for act under pressure that you can click the dice for, or you can roll plus cool. Mixed success. Does it say what happens on mixed success? Pure drive.
Usually mixed success act under pressure is like you succeed, but there's a catch. So
Act under pressure to resist. So a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So, So, here's the option, Max.
Okay.
You can you feel the rage boiling up in you. Your muscles are tightening. You feel the like ears burning, hair burning too, apparently. And you can tame your anger however you if you do, you'll your glamour is going to break.
So if I don't do it, it'll break.
Yeah, it's either lose control or and keep up appearance, or be able to temper yourself, but you will lose concentration on the glamour.
Ooh, that is a tough choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does losing control look like?
Well, that's kind of up to you a little bit, like, keeping in mind your rage is you'll be consumed by rage for a moment. How you act on your rage is a little bit up to you, but it would be all consuming for a brief moment.
I think
and
Max
John is
picking
between
up.
you and Dr. Morrison.
Yeah.
So what?
So I think he's gonna have enough sense. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna open up one of these bottles of water, hold it above his head to cool him off. But while that happens, as the water goes over him, his glamour also washes away at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think Max is gonna feel. Yeah, because I think Max is gonna feel that changing back for a short period of time is better than losing control.
Okay. So.
And I think he's going back route because he knows that Dr. Morrison isn't going to do anything because she's still under orders to go back to her office. And already established that John's seen me in my regular form.
Okay. So, Max, I want you to right-click on your token.
Okay. Ooh.
You should see the option for multi-sided.
Yes, I do.
Go to choose side.
Oh.
As you take this bottle and drench it over yourself, and you feel your muscles relax, your mind clear as the cold water runs down you, and you just feel your muscles relax, and you just let everything go for a moment as you shift to your true form. I wonder if I can actually... Oh no, I don't have I suppose I could just make your token bigger for people to get a better view of.
Oh.
Maxwell suddenly grows 50 feet tall.
Yeah, a 50 feet tall, giant monstrosity. Oh, that's out of view. There we go. Yeah, as you take in your true form, as the monstrous devil you are. Dr. Morrison is still glazed over as she continues to walk down. So Wynn will come back to you. Your muscles were tightened and tense for a moment, but you can feel them easing off now.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know which way you were both like which way you were heading, but it's up to you whether you want to continue that pursuit, because you know you lost time due to that incident. So,
And just to clarify, is that the doctor I see right behind me?
you don't
Yep.
see her because there's this sliding door that you were able to close.
Oh, I thought it was a glass door, though.
No. So these specific doors in the room that you were in, you'll actually see that this room, I'll give a little description of it.
Okay.
Music stopped. In this room, you'll see that there is a locker to one side and a to the right side there's a locker and a shower stall. Actually, no, this one doesn't have the... My bad. There's just lockers and a bench here in this side.
Okay.
And the door doesn't have any windows on it. It's a sealed door. And there's another door here that's also no windows, sealed. This door is bigger, fancier. Looks like it's actually an airtight door. There's like an actual like rotating mechanism to open it. Looks a lot more secure than the other two doors. So you have a brief moment. You know you lost some time, but you can either keep going the way you were, or you can go left. So.
Oh God, decisions.
Game of choices.
Okay, 1 second here. Can I use my read a bad situation?
Actually, yeah, that would be a good use of that move.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Didn't consider that. Make success. Okay.
So I get 1.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what. Would be the best question to ask. Okay, so then continuing in the direction that I've been pulled to go, are there any dangers that we haven't noticed? So going like south, I guess, like going down this way.
So.
I don't think that's a great question to ask, but I'm going with it.
Well, it will clarify things for you, so it's like if you going directly south, you will know to your destination that the only danger, as you weigh your options, from what you were told and what your hunch led you, the main danger is the dangers that are behind you.
Okay.
If you go left, you're unsure, but you know that the main dangers going forward to your destination are just behind you.
Okay. Second question before I move forward. Am I within the range of telepathy with John?
How established is the telepathy ability? I don't believe it gave like a... You can read people's thoughts and put words into their minds. This can... So this gives absolutely no constraints to it, so we'll have to figure this out ourselves. Cause
yeah, like I guess it's like a home rule.
Yeah, like because it can't just be limitless telepathy, communicate with anyone in the world, anywhere.
Right.
Do we base it on line of sight?
Could do. Just whatever seems fair to you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's as you're the game person, master person, whatever it is that we call you.
Game master. You're honest.
Yes,
game
being
master.
the game master.
Or keeper.
It is your choice on if my telepathy would work with assistance or not.
I would say we can work off of I'm picturing kind of like arbitrary X-Men rules, where there will be there is a short range to it, but I'd say as long as there's no interference, you could, and you are able to know where roughly the person might be, you could communicate with them. I don't want to give it like a precise range, but I'd say from where you are to him, to John right now, then you would be within range to communicate.
Okay.
Especially since there's
so,
not too many people around. Well, I'd say the more people are around and the less you are aware of where they might be, then it gets trickier, but right now, I'd say he'd be within range easily enough to communicate with.
Okay. I don't know how to roll for success on this, and we can figure that out in a sec, but basically my goal is I want to communicate with John my read a bad situation and let him know that there's a threat up ahead in that next room.
Yeah.
For them. So that I just come through a room where I got attacked, and I want to communicate that to them.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a manipulate someone. because you can manipulate fellow hunters.
Yeah.
And then they can choose to
To listen to it or not.
Yeah, heed your warning or not.
Okay, so I'll do a manipulate someone then, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. So as you try to reach out,
Damn.
That was a good one. I like that.
I mean, I guess this is evidence because you did have the like worst failure result so far.
Yeah, that is fair.
So, you tell them what you want them to do.
Okay.
So, what exactly are you telling John, and what are you telling him you want him to do?
So what I'm gonna tell John, so Wynn's gonna channel her ability to kind of like seek out his mind and find a way to communicate, and she's gonna kind of like reach in and almost knock on his brain and be like, knock, 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 let me in, and it's gonna let her in, and she's gonna be like, John, I just walked through that hallway we were heading in, and there was a worm thing, and it electrocuted me. I've been hurt, but I'm okay. I feel like you guys need to heed caution as you move into this next room.
So, John, you feel this pressure being put on your head, as you feel another presence entering, and then you hear Wynn's voice in echoey, whispered tones stating those words that were just spoken.
Man, I need to get a tinfoil
Um, quick question: what does +1 forward mean?
If he does what you suggested, then he gets +1 on his next roll.
Oh,
If
cool.
he's going off what you said.
Okay.
So what specifically did you suggest, just to be cautious?
To be cautious going into this next room,
Okay.
and to be known that there was like a worm thing, and I've like within the the communication, I explained what it looked like, or I like shot an image in my head of like what I saw when I
Yeah.
went through.
Okay.
Oh, Dr. Morrison is fucked.
Or is she? Is she a bad guy?
I'll go into the room if I'm able to.
Do you go cautiously or guns ho?
I'll go cautiously.
Okay. So quickly, as you enter, Dr. Morrison goes to the door. Wynn, I'll let you. Are you going through this door, Wynn?
Yeah, I'm going through the next door. Yeah.
Okay, let me just. Because you hear the door, you hear someone approaching from the other side. As you enter here, and I'm assuming seal the door behind you.
Oh yeah, like I'm all ninja about this. I'm like, I like creep in, and then I'm like, shoo, just slam it shut quick but quietly.
This is the room where you see an open shower in this room.
Okay.
And some it's an open shower, there's a bench and a drain in the floor, and just different things to wash yourself off with. You would have noticed the label on the next to the door saying decontamination room.
Okay.
I'm
I'm kind of like tucked away and hiding, if that makes sense, away from the door.
Okay. So, we'll cut from you back to the other room.
Mhm.
John, as you enter cautiously, baking soda in hand. When described seeing the creature within the supplies. But as of right now, you don't see it, and Dr. Morrison opens the door and just continues on her way through, and the door closes behind her.
Huh.
I will go up to the door and keep my eye out for the worm where Wynn saw it, and I'll be ready to blast some baking soda if I do see it. And I guess with my other hand, I'll also I'll draw one of my weapons just to have it ready. My flashlight. Smushing.
Okay. As you approach, I'd say before you even get to that point, you do hear slithering through the supplies. And just give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'd say as you got to there, is when the creature appears out of the barrels, and starts to slither up to you, and you can see it creating a charge. What do you do? You shoot?
I blast it. I blast it with the baking soda.
I hope that's the sound effect that happens when you do that.
Sha-sha.
Blast it with baking soda. Would this be?
I can't believe you didn't have this interaction prepared beforehand, Jake.
Literally.
I know. Like, I should have had the stats for how this reacts to baking soda prepared. Like, what was I even thinking? Like, I should have foreseen this. How this reacts to baking soda. I feel like this isn't so much kick some ass as maybe act under pressure.
Okay.
Because I don't know how much harm baking soda could do. It might neutralize for what you know, but might not exactly cause harm. So let's go with act under pressure as you see this thing coming towards you.
Okay. And I have a +1 forward.
Yeah.
Failure.
Well, you had +1.
Yeah, that's with the +1.
Oh, that is with the +1.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I have -1 cool. I'm not a cool guy.
It's pretty chill.
Oh boy. So yeah, this thing slithers up to you. You go to throw the baking powder, you said? At it.
Baking soda.
Baking soda at it.
Baking soda.
Which hits. I'd say that this is just slithers up a lot faster than you were expecting, and you it manages to weave out of the way of the baking soda, and you see it electrical charge go from its mouth and hits you. And you take 3 harm and you feel your muscles seize up with the electrical current. Max, what are you doing?
Do I see this happen? Is there a window?
Yeah, you can see this happening.
Alright, so...
Oh.
Oh?
Actually, if I didn't give you the option, if Max wanted to help out. Because he just needs a +1.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. So
this could
that.
potentially save John.
Did it?
So, on help out,
Maybe, yes.
they get +1 to their roll, which makes it a mixed success. But you also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
I doubt there's anything else around me right now.
Well, you're exposing yourself to the worm, essentially. So. So, as you jump in, you see what's about to happen. This worm slithering up to John, and you've never seen a creature like this before. It's frankly disgusting looking, just a moist body with an electrical current running through its mouth. You can see it is up to 50 centimeters in length. It's just plain nasty. And as you rush over to help John out, did we want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I definitely not, so I can figure out the results of all this.
Sure.
You can totally believe me. I'm not lying. Yeah, we'll resume here in do you give it 10 minutes? There's how long would people like?
Sure. 10 minutes is fine.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We said 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a plan. See y'all in a few.
Meal is best meal.
Unmute my mic. And we are back. Now that I've had time to think about what's going to happen. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was her office.
you thought what was our office?
This area here.
Ah. I mean, that's fair. You don't know what the layout of this place is, so you wouldn't be sure where things are. But I can actually reveal there would be a window in that door that you can see through. See that?
Yeah, definitely not an office.
Yep. Okay, so I guess you'd also see that. That room looks like another another storage area, just for different types of cargo. But anyway, on to what was happening. So John, you were throwing the baking soda at this thing that was running up to you. Now, I'll give you this choice. You can hit it and see as you're about to throw it, Max sees danger ensuing and is able to grab you and pull you out of the way. However, so you can hit it with the baking soda to see what reaction occurs, or you can miss, and if you hit it, you will be hit by the shock.
I'll miss and protect myself.
Yeah, if you miss, then you'll get out of the way of the shock.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I will say that because Max is grabbing you, and on his mixed success as well, the damage would be spread out between you, but you might both be locked up for a brief instance.
I'll just dodge it. Thanks, Max.
Okay. You get pulled out of the way as this shock comes towards you, and you just miss hitting the worm. And as that occurs, what is it going to do? It Yeah, it's going to try to get out, I think. Yeah.
It's smart enough to know that.
Potentially. You see it slither across and squirm under the door here. I will let you guys try and take a move as it attempts to escape.
So like an attack of opportunity.
I don't know what you're talking about. But while that's going on, we'll just quickly cut back to Wynn and her interesting predicament.
Very interesting.
You are just kind of huddled in the corner of this. I'd say there's like a shelf right next to you on this side, kind of like holding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the shower head would be either in the corner or there.
Okay.
So there's not a lot in here to hide behind, but there is a little bit.
Is there a way for me to escape?
There's another door here, so a similar air sealed door.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to go through there.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go to reveal area. So, as you go through the sealed door, you'll see on the east side of this. Room. There's another, one of the regular doors that swings open. And on the south side, there's another door that's that swings open. So this looks just to be a office space. Your hunch is as you enter this room, the pressure, the drive from your hunches eases, and you know that this is where you were heading. But also know that there's not a lot of time in this room. So there's a computer here that the screen is off on it. The computer's not necessarily off, but like the screen is black. There's a notebook next to it. And there's another door to the south and one to the east. So you have time for one, or like probably one or maybe two, depending on how things work out. Moves, or you can just keep going.
So what kind of move would I have to do if I want to take the notebook off the desk?
I'd say if you just want to grab it and like inspect it later, that wouldn't really be a move. You can just grab it and keep running if you were wanting to. If you want to actually like skim through it right now, then that would be something else.
Okay. Okay, so Wynn's going to investigate the mystery.
Okay.
If that's okay. Let's see how I do here. Okay. I guess I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to ask?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Well, we were heading this way because we were told the trail came this way, correct? Potentially.
I think so.
Okay. I was just following along and then got pulled into this room. I'm gonna ask, where did it go from here, as in to help understand where to go. And in the process, I did want to grab that notebook and put it in my bag,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah. So, from where did it go?
If that works. If it doesn't work, what's investigating phenomena?
That's from a different thing,
Yeah.
an expansion, sort of.
Okay.
There can be different mystery types that doesn't really connect to this one right now, but as you look for a similar trail, or you look for any type of trail, any type of indication that something went through here, you do notice that there's a different type of trail here than what you'd been pointed out to you before. Whereas before it was a trail of someone trying to cover up stains on the floor, trying to conceal what might have occurred. These are just now that you know the size of the worms and kind of what they look like, you can see very faintly as you inspect this area that there's two kind of trails of discolored floor. It's faint, but you can kind of notice as there's two that go from the south door and out. You notice that there's as you follow the trails, you do notice that there's holes melted into the wall as these looks like these things had just slowly burnt their way through the walls and kept going. So the trail goes from the room to the south up towards the north. So you assume that where the creature that you had run into had come from this direction.
Okay. That come from this direction, so they came from the south heading north? Or the opposite, that they came from the north heading south?
It's the trail doesn't quite indicate a direction, but you can ascertain that it was north and the trail goes that way. So it can be safe to assume that that's the way it went. It went from south to north.
Okay. With this information, I'm going to continue down south to avoid being caught by... Well, I'm still running away, I guess, from nothing, so...
So you're going to go through that door?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Dun dun dun.
If I die, guys, it was a great game.
And you never saw Win again.
Exit stage right.
So as you enter here,
Oh shit.
Sweet.
Energy drinks.
this looks like another full lab setup. I don't know how much science Win is familiar with. However, you see multiple tubing canisters, cylindrical canisters, each with different labels on them. There's what looks to be a fridge on the west wall next to you. A device with a wheel on it that can hold different vials on it on the east that looks like it can spin. On the west wall, there's some different types of lab equipment on the table, as well as another container with a label on it. And on the south wall, you can see another fridge type thing, as well as another airlock door.
Okay.
Exiting this area, as well as a canister holding liquid here as well.
Okay. Chill.
So, as you think about what you might want to do in this area, we'll cut back to the immediate danger. That John and Max are covering. What do you guys do?
So what's the worm doing right now? Is it?
I thought you
through the
said we
door?
got an attack against it.
Well, you guys can take a move at this current point. You guys can do. I'll let you do something. But it is currently heading towards the door and looks like it's going to be trying to swarm its way under the door and escape.
I'd like to stomp on it.
Okay, that sounds like a kick some ass roll to me. Unless you had another idea.
No, that's even what I was going to say. Because I want to go. I want to dive on it and attack it with my sharp nails to try to pierce into the ground.
Maybe let's do the stomp first and see what happens there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mixed success.
Okay. Yeah, so
Which means it and myself inflict harm on each other.
yeah. So, just give me 1 second. Okay. So you run up to this thing and go to stomp on it. What would be the harm of a boot?
I would say maybe 1, because even my brass knuckles only do 1 harm.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the base that I'll.
Yeah.
So.
But like, it's up to you. Like, how well would this worm survive being stomped on? You could say it doesn't survive that at all. You obliterate it with the stomp.
I don't think
Just as a suggestion.
I don't think I'm gonna go for that suggestion. But I will say that yeah, I'd say it would be just the you know, it's a long skin thing. I will give you 2 harm for this because of just what it is and what you're doing. However, as you go to stomp on it, and your boot lands on it. It only lands on like the midsection of it, and it turns its head around at you and emits the same electrical current, which shocks, and you feel your muscles seize again. As you take 3 harm from the electrical shock. Let's see. Max, what are you doing?
I would like to swipe at it with my claws.
I'll also note that as you stomp on it, John, you do notice that your boot is now is starting to smoke.
Lovely.
And the rubber is melted on the bottom of your boot a bit.
Yeah, if I'm able to, I'll go step on some of that spilled baking soda from earlier.
You are currently locked in place from the electrical charge. It'll wear off in a second, but before that happens, Max, what are you doing?
Not what I said I was.
What?
Metagaming.
No, I want to give him the knowledge to inform his decisions.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to tackle it like before? What's the worst that could happen?
It's a very good question. Hmm. Uh, it's not human, so I can't use mental dominion on it.
Yeah, I'll also remind you guys that a big part of this game is not just gun-hoing, fighting the creature, but also figuring out a lot of times creatures will have a distinct way of killing them.
Yeah, I'm getting ideas about that now, but obviously in this situation,
they have a they'll have a specific weakness of some sort that you need to figure out in order to kill them.
Okay.
So you can discover that while fighting potentially, but that's something to bear in mind, that going guns a-blazing against something might not be the best option if you don't know what the best way to kill something is.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Let's see. You do know that John is currently locked in place and
Yeah.
probably in danger.
We've already started the fight, and if we kill it, think of all we could learn about it if we can kill it.
That's true.
If you don't know what to do, you can read a bad situation.
Oh. I will do that then. Read a bad situation.
That's possible. That could be useful. There's also
Protect someone.
protect someone. There's, if you wanted to use your weird move, which I think yours is use magic, I believe is what you went with.
Nope, I don't think I did that.
What weird move did you go with then? What basic weird move?
I think I just kept I did Unholy Strength and Mental Dominion.
Well, there's under the basic moves,
Yeah.
the default, there's a default use magic, but then a little lower, if you didn't want to go with that, there's alternative weird moves.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
If you didn't want to have the use magic one, you could go with one of the alternative weird moves.
I did not pick that. I did not do any of that.
That's fine. Use magic is the default, but there's also all of these that you could use, that you could have select instead of use magic.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that for next time.
No
But for now, though,
if we wanted to go with just the default use magic for this time, and we can look into that further later.
sure. Let's use magic at me.
Okay. Because there's a few options there under use magic that could be useful.
Okay, let's do it. Yay.
Success.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly are you... I should specify exactly what you're trying to do.
Let's...
Should have got that before you actually rolled, because it could be
Oh.
things I needed, but we're learning.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the trap one, whatever this thing is. I'm assuming.
Trap a specific minion or monster. Okay.
Yeah.
Without issue. Um. Okay. I'm going to say that this will require you to have certain ritual chanting and gestures to cast the spell.
Okay. And that means what exactly?
Just what is required to actually cast it, because there's it says there may be requirements, so that's what's required to keep the spell going. And what does it look like as you cast this spell of containment?
My hand starts glowing in the same red color as my hair, and then an aura of the same color is going to appear around the snake thing and hold it in place.
Okay. As you... Yeah, John, you get shocked by this creature after you stomped on it and melted some of your boot. You would probably be very concerned as its attention is on you, and you cannot move. But as you see acid starting to build up at the back of its throat, it starts to seize as it starts to glow red. And it can no longer move at this current point. Meanwhile, Dr. Morrison continues towards her office.
Okay, that is her office.
Wynn, what were you doing in here before she actually enters?
What was I doing before?
Yeah, she's about to enter, but you have a moment here. What would you like to try to do?
Yeah, but I'm in the next room over, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the office is the room prior
Yeah.
to that. Okay. So right now, I'm in this room with sciencey things. You said there was liquid and there was different things to look at.
Yeah. I will note that this is a glass paned door.
Cool.
So once she goes in, she might see you depending on where people are looking and what angle you are at. But you have a moment in here free.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Can I read a bad... Actually,
You don't necessarily have to think about it in terms of what move you want to do. You can just tell me what you want to do, and then I can
Okay,
let
and then
you
you
know
can tell me what move I have to do?
move would coordinate with
Okay. Okay, well, I want to figure out if this room has anything of substance that I need in order to figure out what's going on.
that. Okay.
I want to know, like, do the spirits tell me to stay here and hide? Am I supposed to continue on my journey? Like, that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out.
If that is the case, oh, what was that?
Someone's just knocking on my door. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll continue on with this instance anyway. Let's see, what's any danger? I'd say this would be either investigate a mystery or read a bad situation. I'm trying to figure out which. What exactly are you trying to figure out again?
If this room is of importance for me to find, like, clues into figuring out what happened / what's going on.
I'd say investigate a mystery would be your best option here. So let's have you roll that. I don't think. Let me see what you're.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
The site could potentially help you with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Roll investigate a mystery
Okay.
with the site.
Yes.
Success. So,
Boop, 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 boop.
on a success, hold 2. And ask, so you can ask 2 of those questions listed there.
Okay. So what happened here?
So as you again focus and you hear the whispering in your ears again, many voices speaking around you, and you see you're sort of guided to look at certain aspects. Your head almost turns out of your control as you look around. You see the different canisters. Each one seems to contain worms of some variety. But none of them look like what attacked you.
Okay.
There's the first one looks just like a regular worm, but as it moves down, it slowly starts to resemble more of what attacked you, but not quite the same. And also, none of them are alive.
Okay.
The canister here is a section of it is dissolved, and you can see trails, the same like faint trails going, and you can almost see it in your head as what was in here slithered down. One going. I can actually just draw like around and out that way, and 2 trails going this upwards.
Okay.
So you get the sense that whatever was being examined here had recently broke out of this canister and split off in different directions.
Okay. What can hurt it?
So, as you're looking around and examining this area, your vision is guided towards this, what looks like a fridge. But as you open it, you'll see different specimens, kept in controlled environments. None of them seem to be alive, but the ones that look most like what attacked you, some of them look intact, some of them look like they are dissolved themselves. One of them's labeled, the ones that are mostly dissolved have labels next to each one of them, and one of them says it's labeled E3SR H2O reaction.
What was it, Mark? Sorry, H2O reaction? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I like that.
I don't know what the hell E3SR is supposed to be.
Sorry?
Right? Like, do we know what E3SR could mean?
No.
Not.
Because it was E3SR H2O reaction, right?
Yeah, and this is a specimen that isn't quite the same as the thing that attacked you, but it looks very similar. Kind of like a cross. It looks like some like almost a midpoint between the regular worms you see in this first container and what attacked you.
Or is E3SR what they're calling the worm?
I'm thinking E3SR was the name of the specimen, like the subject.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they're just saying water beats it.
Yeah, well, and we also have, I don't mean to meta here, but we have the info of the fact that, like, they are avoiding, they're looking for dry places.
They're looking for dry places, right.
Yeah, from earlier when I had the spirit tell me info. So, I think we have a clue.
Constantly reminding myself also just to keep, like, straight face, because I'm in our home game, since we don't have cameras running, I can react however I want.
Whereas here, where you're like, don't give it away,
Yeah,
don't give it
just
away.
Don't react.
Deadpan. Am I allowed to do anything else in here, or did you want to pan to the...
Well, that's the time that you head before you can hear this door starting to open.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
So, I don't know what you want to do as it starts to open.
Part of me wants to like face her and be like, I'm tired of running. But the other part of me feels like I should continue on the path of where I saw it and head out. So I'm going to do that.
Oh, that's another door.
Yeah, another airlock door.
That's why I keep disappearing into the darkness. So, yeah, I'm heading that way.
Yeah, you can hear voices saying, just run. Cause you're hurt.
Yeah, I know. I'm not like critically hurt yet. Did you say there was? I was gonna say like I'm chilling in here. That's where I'm going. I'm trying to hide. Yeah.
So you get in there. Looks like a smaller but similar room to where you were in before. Shower, cleaning stuff. You can probably gather that's where they would decontam from the secure lab. And we'll pan back as this door opens and she enters here.
Okay, that's as far as she goes.
But pan back to you guys. What are your current objectives?
I think we want to kill this worm. Obviously, with the meta knowledge that we have now, the correct play would be to go back and get some of those water jugs and just sploosh the worm. But
you were unaware of that.
We're not going to know that, so I'm going to continue on with what I was originally planning to do, which is first step on some of that spilled baking soda to just kind of protect as much of my boot as I can. And
you step in the baking soda and it doesn't seem to react to this acidic substrate, but it does. You do start to leave a trail where you're walking.
oh, cool.
So it didn't get rid of the acid. It's still burning a bit, but it's you're now. It's leaving definitive prints as it mixed with the acid.
Yes, my boot prints. That's okay. I'll just ditch my boots when we leave.
You'll get new ones.
I mean, though, this one's ruined anyway. It's
it's
half burned with acid. Okay, well, I was going to shisha some more baking soda onto the held worm, but I have a feeling that's not actually going to do much. So, is there, in like all this kind of stuff here, is there like a big, like even just like a 2x4 or something, or like a pole or something like that?
Let me throw one of the barrels on it.
Something with a little bit of reach, and preferably not conducive to electricity.
You know what? There, with these type of crates and stuff, I'd say there'd actually be like, something that's not conductive. I was gonna say a crowbar, but that would be definitely metal.
It would.
Iron conducts electricity.
It do.
The more you know. However, I'd say you could probably use that to like pry a board off one of the crates.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. The worm is like squirming around, but you have it contained for now. Max?
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you like to do with the board, John?
First, I'll see the scene of Max kind of just like holding the worm in place with his mind, and I'll give that kind of like a what the fuck's going on look. But then I'll get back to the task at hand, and I'll just whack the worm with the board. Just psh, psh, psh.
What type? It's gotta be someone that has a bat, right?
It seems like a lot. I have a feeling that all the melee weapons that are just kind of just hitting something with something are just going to be one harm.
Yeah.
I mean, a friggin' gunshot is only 2 harm. So
Yeah. That is true.
that's the other thing. Getting zapped by that worm hurt more than a gunshot would.
Yes. These things are dangerous. But you do also notice that like it doesn't have a huge reach to its the electric shock. It had to be like almost like just out of arm's reach to shock you. You can probably get the sense that like it can't do that from a great distance. It relies on being able to slither up and sneak upon victims. Now, does the use magic to contain something stop it from actually using moves and stuff?
I would hope so. That it loses a turn.
Use magic. Crap. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so as you walk up to this worm, you can see that it's already starting to reform where you had stomped on it.
I'll go for the head.
So that is a kick some ass, I would say, hitting it with the bat.
I will say I will kick some ass. Mixed success.
Oh. No, I'm just trying. Wait, would it be? You know what? Actually, it's locked in place, so you wouldn't actually need to roll necessarily.
Surely it would be a bit easier to hit.
Yeah, I'm just this specific situation, so I'm gonna need a minute here. Yeah, so you beat it with the board, and you do, like, you see it's hurting it, but you can also see that, like, parts of it are starting to grow back, and it seems like a fairly regenerative creature.
Does it slow it down at least? Backing it up?
It is definitely, like, injured, but it's, you can see that it's like, growing back, and it is at this point that Dr. Ferreira walks into the door,
Oh.
trying to.
Oh, that's not creepy at all. Just seeing her face pop up.
She like, opens the door, and like, steps through, but is directly walking over this worm creature. And you can see that she is about to be it's, since she's, like, right on top of it, you can see it charging up its surge, the electricity in its head again. What do you do?
H move.
Like, am I wrong? Like,
Yeah, you know,
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
so you're using your command ability? Or are you trying to protect someone?
will doing that break my spell over the thing, or like, how is that working right now?
I'd say you are maintaining. You are having to maintain like focus on the spell. So if you do try to do anything else, it will break the binds of the spell. So you have
Oh, this is horrible.
yes. So you have the choice here. Either the John could also try to do something, but if you're wanting to do something, you can maintain the spell, or you can release it and try to protect Frera. But even though it's bound, she is like still within its reach. She like stepped in.
Like, this is this is so bad. Like, the choices we have to make in this game are ridiculous.
Yes.
Shit.
Hard choices.
Yes, extremely hard choices.
Is there something you'd
what-
like to do, John?
I mean, I can just whack it in the head while it's trying to charge up, but that's all I really got.
I'd say that would fall under protect someone.
Okie dokie.
Well, I could use my magic to do something that is beyond human limitations, and then essentially get super speed and, with enough time, grab her and push her back through the door.
What? Hold on. I'm looking at protect someone, and it's like, if I don't really ace the roll, it means that I'll take the harm, and I'm not all about that. I already got zapped once. I don't want to get zapped again.
Then how about we try with my what I just said? I'll use magic to essentially give myself super speed, and I will charge Ferreira and grab her and push her and myself into the next room.
Yeah, let's do that. Hey.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Just bear with me because there could be requirement. I could have requirements for that. Because magic can often have requirements that need to be used.
Okay.
So the effect you're going for is
Do one thing that is beyond human limitations.
I would say
Because I'm like not seeing anything on what I'm reading that says like
the keeper may require one or more of the following under the use magic.
the key. All right.
Basically, I get.
I'm not seeing that. I'm actually not seeing that. Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Keeper may say that. ...
So I would say for this spell, it would to like increase your body's abilities. Weird material that needs to be consumed.
Okay.
So, however you want to flavor that.
What's weird material?
Would be a weird material for you that needs to be consumed for this? Could be any like sort of spell component material, like some sort of plant that you might carry on you, some sort of mineral, or
Oh, if we're gonna go mineral, okay, then you see me take off my brass knuckles and I eat it.
so just brass.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
That's all I can think of. That's all I got, Jake.
Not what I was expecting, but
Okay, so just to paint a picture here, there's this evil electric worm thing held on the ground. There's an NPC who just opened the door and is just about and doesn't see it and is about to walk over it, and Max is like, no, and he needs to give himself the super speed to reach her in time. So he takes out his brass knuckles and starts eating them.
Yeah.
Wow.
that is the word portrait we were given, and
It's quite the scene.
It is.
you just see him pull out his knuckles and just like takes a chunk out of them, steam rising up as his teeth melt through the metal as it's consumed, and like a don't know what a good speed comparison is, not coming to my head, but he breaks the binding spell and just dashes over and knocks her and himself into the next room as they run like into the shelving and over crates as they run through. And as that happens, the as you get knocked through the worm, nope, doesn't do that. Just grows 3 sizes. No, it dashes through and
Dashes through where?
under the door. That it
Oh,
was
so
going.
in where I just went.
That's the direction it was heading anyway.
Great.
But it I'll show you. It dashes through here and goes tunnels under this door as well. Out of sight. Because it didn't like being hit in the head by a board. And wants out of that situation. But you did save both anyone else from being electrocuted for the moment. And
Now we have another issue, though.
and as the scene is silence comes over you as you take a second to breathe for a moment. I feel like we're running up on time, and is that where we wanted to pick up next time?
Sure.
If people are good with that, or because it seems like a decent moment at least to call it.
Sure, why not?
Wynn is hiding in a decontamination room, planning her next move. You guys.
Yeah, it's a regular Thursday afternoon for me.
A decontamination shower.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet Sarah Outram is going to have a blast with this.
Yeah, she comes back. You guys are all injured and like stressed out. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only way this could have gotten better is if she came back and we were all actually dead.
So
Don't jinx
we all
it.
rolled up new characters.
Yeah. You know none of us.
She was gone 1 week, one time, and and we messed everything up.
Yeah. So.
Oh, but this is fun though.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good time as we learn the game more and get start to streamline things a bit better. Technically supposed like our aim will eventually be one mystery per episode, but it'll take us some time to actually work that out. I also think I got carried away with making this map massive. But I love it.
Maybe a wee bit, but it looks good though.
Yeah. No, this is good. This has been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope everyone had fun. Until next time, first Sunday of every month, we're going to try to be on. We'll let people know if plans change. But until then, I still don't know how to sign off. So, bye.